Hello everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to each and everyone who left a prayer request for me in the previous video. Of course, I am still taking prayer requests. Having said that, as we move forward, today I want to take messages from your guides for, of course, the month of September, especially because on the 23rd of September, we have the equinox. So I really want to tap into the energy of equinox and see what that is going to bring into our lives. So having said that, you have three piles in front of you. Please pick one that speaks to you and then we'll start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, this is what you can expect for yourself for the equinox especially. So we are looking into messages from your guides. So basically for you, pile 1, your guides are telling you that you are just unfolding. Everything that is meant to be yours is just starting to come into your life, one day at a time, one moment at a time. They're telling you to appreciate every day. They're telling you to appreciate everything that you have at this very moment. As you appreciate things, more and more things will come. But more than that, you'll actually see your journey unfolding in front of you. Of course, I do know, pile 1, you have sort of undergone certain roadblocks in your journey to your success. But understand this, everything that happened to you had a very specific purpose. And you will understand that purpose when the time is right. As you move forward and look back, the dots will connect. But for you, your guides are telling you, enjoy the journey. It's just getting started for you. Have fun, pile 1. Just learn to have fun. Also, your guides are telling you, please take the time out to relax. Because what happens is sometimes when our life is about to unfold, when changes are happening in our life, we need to just take that one step back and just breathe and just acknowledge all the beautiful things that we have. So learn to experience joy in everyday life is what your guides are here to tell you. And also along with that, especially with the equinox, that is going to be a very, very significant time for you. Because what is happening in your life, of course, like I said, you're just getting started. There are layers peeling off you. You are now inviting energies of the highest kind in your life. And these are beautiful energies, okay? These are energies of spiritual blessings just starting to come into your life. And they are just going to magnify as you keep moving forward. Understand this, whenever a great energy source is coming towards you, you may sometimes feel a little bit unbalanced. So if you feel like your energy is fluctuating slightly, it is only happening because you've invited beautiful energies into your life, spiritual energies especially. So please make sure you stay grounded. And please make sure, if you can, spend as much time as you can connecting with the energy of plants, connecting with the energy of trees and nature. Because it is only nature which is able to balance our energies properly, especially when a massive amount of light energy is coming towards us. Yeah, you're meant for a greater purpose, pile 1, and that is just going to start happening for you. Also, at this point of time, your guides are telling you that they are around you, protecting you completely. There is absolutely nothing that you need to worry about. But it is almost like, you will now realize things that you've previously not realized. Now, for a couple of you, this could be in the form of, having some past life memories coming towards you. Like having some kind of a recollection of things that have happened or places that you've already been to, but you'll not really know how to connect with them. Yeah, so it's almost like the secrets of the universe are now going to be opening up to you. Go easy on yourself. This will take time, but it's going to happen. And you have your guides to make this process very, very easy. and especially very, very powerful protectors, you have in fact invited the energy of certain very, very powerful beings in your life to protect you, is what is coming forth for you. So don't really worry about anything, is what your guides are here to tell you. But at the same time, you need to ensure that you're taking care of your own needs. So, especially as you move forward, pile one, at least for the next month or 2 months from now, please make sure instead of focusing your energies on other people, on the healing of other people, on the well being of other people, you focus on yourself. Because right now, the focus has to be on you, because unless you take care of yourself, you will just not be capable of taking care of anybody else. Also, at this point of time, you are being asked to draw firm boundaries in your life. So if you feel like somebody is violating your boundaries, say it out loud. You don't need to really convert it into some kind of a confrontation. Just be nice about it and tell them that you need your space at this point of time. So make sure you say that, okay? Because that's really important for you. And also at this point of time, it will be really helpful for you if you create some sort of a medicine bag for yourself. Now with medicine bag, I mean having Palo Santo, it can just mean having sage, it can mean having prayer beads, it can mean having some sort of aromatherapy thing that makes you feel better. So that medicine bag will actually help you in this spiritual journey a lot, because that progress is going to be very fascinating for you. Okay, now this is really significant. Once again, you are going to be very much in tune with the energies of the moon. In fact, when it comes to your prayer, in fact, when it comes to your spiritual practice, certain phases of the moon are going to be much more better for you than the others. Okay, so please make sure you are taking a note of these things, and especially when it comes to your manifestation process. Okay, work with certain times of the moon, because that's really important for you. Also, your guides are telling you that you need to have your priorities straight. You need to have a proper routine around whatever it is that you're doing. So this involves waking up at a certain time, doing your thing at a particular point, having breakfast, having lunch, having dinner at really proper times is very important for you, because regulating the rhythm of your body is important. And especially please make sure you're paying attention to exercise, because as your body gets healthy, it'll help you absorb these energies of light in a much more better manner. Also, a lot more truths are going to be revealed to you. Okay, now I see this in the form of spiritual guidance for you. Okay, it's almost like the light that comes to you are going to be opening a lot of secrets in your life for you. The truths that were previously hidden from you are going to be coming to light. Okay, so make sure you're ready to listen to this, okay, because this is a really high level energy that I see here. But at the same time, you need to ensure that in everything that you do, you are honest about it. So don't make any sort of compromises when it comes to anything. Sometimes it so happens we are like, okay, I want to do this work, but I'm just going to finish it because I just want to get it done. Don't do that. Make sure if you're getting into anything, you are doing it properly 100%. So in whatever it is that you're doing, make sure you're giving your full efforts. That's really important for you. And as you move forward, you are being prepared by your guides, you're being prepared by the source or whatever kind of energy form you believe in, for a greater role when it comes to the planet. And especially our planets need people who can come forward and take care of them, who can come forward and take care of the energies of the planet is what is coming forth. So especially I believe you are one of the chosen ones. So you need to take your responsibility very seriously. Because with leadership, a position like that comes a great responsibility. So in that case, having that authenticity, giving your 100% becomes especially important. And that can be when it comes to relationships, that can be when it comes to your work area. It involves every area of your life. If you are showing up for something, make sure you're showing up 100% for it. Yeah, because that is what a leader does, right? So that is essentially what they are saying. And of course, as you move forward, you will realize a lot more people come into your life. And what happens is, generally when a person gets this kind of an upgrade, especially light upgrade, people almost are attracted to that light. So that is going to happen to you, okay? Of course, this can be in the form of, friends who you've not seen for a very long time showing up in your life. This could be, your colleagues really coming together for you. And even if you are an introvert, you're going to be really surprised, okay? You'll be like, okay, people were never really so much into me, and now it's like everybody showing up together. But that is just your light, okay? But understand this, like I said before, you're being prepared for a role, and your role involves people. And sometimes it can just be our immediate family, sometimes it just can be a friend circle, but sometimes it means a role on a much greater platform. Now, this doesn't always have to be a role when it comes to, a spiritual area of work. You don't have to be a tarot reader, you don't have to be like an astrologer, you don't have to be any of these things. You can be working in a corporate setup and still be somebody who has a huge impact on people around them by just being the kind of person that they are. Because in the end, that is what a light worker does, right? Light workers are just normal people, but they are just so much more than normal, in a way. So that's going to be your role. So whether you like it or not, a lot of people are now going to be showing up in your life. But I have a feeling, honestly, deep inside me, that you're ready for all of this. Yeah? And you're going to start enjoying the company of other people. Some way you need them right now is also something that is coming for you. And okay, very, very interesting. It is almost like, the messages that you're now going to be getting are honestly messages that are being sent to you by a divine channel. Yeah, it is like finally the language of the universe. It's just opening for you. The mysteries of the universe will now open up for you. But once again, it is very, very important for you to develop a very, very strong spiritual practice. Because what happens is, anytime a person receives like an energetic upgrade without a strong spiritual practice, that balancing and maintaining of that energy doesn't happen. So even if you receive that amount of light energy, if you receive those kind of blessings, you may then not be able to maintain it if you do not have a strong spiritual practice. You can have any kind of a spiritual practice, it doesn't have to be anything specific, but at least 15 minutes a day, at least half an hour a day, if you can do it. Make sure you have dedicated time for spirit in your life. Yeah, it's only then that you will be able to sustain that energy, is what is coming through for you. But make sure you are open to these intuitive nudges, because that intuitive nudges that you get will actually enable you to live a life that is just beautiful, a heart-centered life. A beautiful, beautiful life is what is coming forth for you. And yes, absolutely, once again, the journey towards reaching this point may not have been an easy one. Like, you've put a lot of hard work. There may have been times when you're like, is this ever going to happen? Are things ever going to get better? But finally, just like climbing a mountain, that happens. Climbing a mountain is by no means an easy feat. But for the person who reaches the top, it is the top that matters in the end. After having climbed a huge race, after having overtaken a lot of obstacles in your life, when you reach that point where you're like, now I know why this happened. That's just the best part of life, and that's exactly where you're reaching because of this equinox energy. But let me repeat something. There is a great deal of energy that is coming towards you if you want to sustain it, if you want to maintain it, and use it to our advantage and to the advantage of people of the world. A strong spiritual practice is absolutely necessary. because without that, things will come in, but they'll just move away. So be very, very careful of it. Along with that, if it is possible for you, make sure you meditate during certain phases of the moon. Okay, especially full moon. If you can do that, that'll be great, but that will really help you, one thing, clear out energies that do not belong, and that will help you a lot gain a lot of new energies is also coming forth. Make sure you make the habit of moon bathing every time the moon is full, because the energies of the moon really give us something that otherwise we don't get. Yeah, the intuitive part of us is usually associated with the energy of moon. So if you want to build that intuitive part of you, make sure you are doing moon bathing. So that is really, really important for you right now. But it's almost like, your life is like a beautiful rose, and petal by petal it'll start opening up for you, and you realize what a magnificent life you truly have. It takes time, but the entire process is like a rosebud then blossoming into a rose. It's not something that happens in one day, but when that happens, the rose is the most beautiful, beautiful thing of nature, isn't it? Having said that, I will leave you here with nothing but my prayers for a beautiful, beautiful life for you and your family. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 2, this is the message that is coming forth to you from your guides for the equinox. Now, you guides basically pile 2 are telling you that don't hold on to things too tightly, because holding on to things too tightly doesn't get you anything. This could be like, oh, I wish things would happen this way. Oh, I wish things would happen this way. But they don't. You just push them away, far away. Yeah? So let go of your control. See where life is trying to take you, because pile 2, trust me, where your life is taking you is just the most beautiful place in the world. Remember once again, divine timing is at play here. When divine is ready to bless your life, nothing is going to stop these blessings for you. So please make sure you let go of certain behaviors which is addicted to achieving something by a specific point of time. For you especially, there is no time as perfect time. You are not working according to the way people around you are working. Like your best friend's life could be like, this person could be getting married, could be having children, could be getting a promotion, and you are like, why not me? But you are on your own time, and when things are meant for you, they are going to be brilliant. So don't compare your life with other person's life, because it's not going to help you. Your life is in fact going to be much, much better is what I see. Go with the divine, because in the end it is the divine who knows what is best for you. Interesting. Post the equinox period, you are going to be coming across a member of your soul tribe. Alright, and this person is going to be somebody who will encourage you to do your very best. Okay, this person's job in your life is almost to push you to a point where you are sort of forced to live your best life. The way our best friends do sometimes when we are like on the fence about something, they're like, you can do it, you can do it. So this person is actually going to have that kind of presence in your life. This person will like force you to see your own greatness. Alright, and this person is coming in whether you like it or not, but I believe you're gonna like it. Sometimes not, because when a person is pushing you towards greatness, sometimes it can be uncomfortable, but it'll just take you where you're meant to be. And of course, I also see as you move forward, especially during the winter months, starting from the equinox period, of course, you are going to face a lot of healing. This is going to be emotional healing, this is going to be psychological healing, and this is going to be physical healing. So especially during the last 2 years, if there is something that you faced This could be emotional, this could be health wise. Those kind of issues will actually resolve themselves now. But let me tell you, pile 2, it is important for you to take it easy as you move forward. Yeah? Don't push yourself. Make sure whatever it is that you're doing it in a specific balance. And I believe for you, especially, the future is going to be very, very active. And in order to prepare for that active future, you need to ensure that everything within you is settled and ready for the grand prize. That way, that is what I see for you. Also, over the next 3 months, especially starting from the equinox, you are being told whatever it is that you do, okay, make sure you create it intentionally. And be very, very careful about your thoughts, pile 2, because your thoughts are getting more powerful and they are going to get even more powerful post the equinox period. Yeah. So, in fact, it may so happen like you think unconsciously about something and boom, it shows up. Right? So, especially when it comes to manifestation of something, like manifestation of your dream life, be very, very specific about what you want. So if this is a car you want, make sure you actually mention the model of the car, the color of the car, everything in detail. If you have the plan of getting a house, ask yourself, what kind of house is that? Is this an apartment? Is this like a row house? Is this like a farmhouse? Be very specific down to the details, because those details, those fine points are going to be very important when it comes to your creative process. Details, okay? And as you move forward, now this is very, very interesting, okay? Pay attention to your dreams, because your dreams may actually give you glimpses of what your future may look like. Or for some people, you may actually get inspired ideas about your future. And of course, with the drum energy showing up, if you can take up drumming, or if you can listen to the sound of drumming, then that will be really, really super helpful for you. Because what happens is, the art of drumming actually grounds your energies. So ground your energies, prepare yourself for a process is also what is coming through. Especially the process of manifestation, that is very, very important. And I'm also getting a huge sense of having shamanic blessings with you out here, especially with the drum energy showing up. And at this point of time, try and not experiment a lot, especially when it comes to your work area, okay? If you are involved in doing anything serious, like if you have a full-time job, if you're really doing something, make sure you're playing by the rules. By the rules of your boss, by the rules of a mentor, because maybe the guidance of somebody will help you a lot in the future. So think about who this person is, who will actually be able to give you good guidance, who will actually be able to show you the right way, and follow the way. That's really, really important for you. Okay, as you move forward, of course, your soul is heading towards creativity. So, especially since the equinox period, you may feel like you just want to get into the arena of creativity as a hobby, right? Maybe you want to paint, maybe you just want to get into creating something. But just imagine all artistic things. You may be very drawn to it. Playing an instrument, of course, that is likely. Maybe you could consider drumming as one of them, because drumming is fascinating. Yeah? But your soul is now heading towards very creative expression. Allow it to happen, because I personally believe when we create, especially if we paint something, we draw something, it's almost like, the soul of the universe almost expresses itself through your work. So if you feel like creatively inclined, go for it, live it fully. Okay, also at this point of time, you are being told, if you are wearing some kind of a mask, we all wear masks at one point of time in our life or another. So if you feel like you have to make somebody happy, or you have to do something in order to make somebody happy, or to make somebody like you, it's time for you to stop. That is not a mask that you should be wearing at any point of time. Right now, your job is to just focus on yourself and your well being and to ask yourself, who am I? Who am I really? Without the expectations of the society, without the expectations of the world. And what does my soul really want? What does my soul want? That is something that you really have to ask yourself. And I want to ask you that, pile too. What does your soul want? I want to hear it. Truly, truly want, okay? Not the filtered version of it. Make sure you leave me a comment. Yeah? So, you need to do a lot of talking to your soul. And also, as you move forward, please, 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 pile two. One thing, get rid of your anxiety. And the second is, please stop behavior that is self-sabotaging. Am I really good enough? Can I really do this? Will I really be able to achieve my dream? Will I meet obstacles again? Will this happen? Is this ever going to happen? Quit it, because those are the things that sort of, inhibit you from living your full potential. And you have so much potential, pile too. I know you guys do. Like, you guys are the kindest souls. You have the best intention for everybody around you. Now it is time for you to have those best intentions for yourself. So quit being not really nice to yourself, okay? That's not nice at all. Yeah? Make sure your inner voice that comes out is kind, is accepting, is loving. So every day when you wake up, tell yourself that you love yourself and then go on with the rest of your day. And now is the time to create a new life for yourself, pile two. And this can of course happen in myriad of ways, okay? For some this could be creating something new, for some this could be like a hobby, for some this could be like reinventing your whole life. But I feel like starting from equinox time onwards, your life is totally about to change in more ways than one. So be prepared, okay? Be prepared. So basically the next 3 months, September, October, November and December as well, is meant for a great deal of healing. It's meant for relaxation. It's meant for rejuvenation, expressing whatever your soul has to express and creating intentionally. So that with the new year, you create a new you, a fabulous you. It's almost like you yourself are going to be reborn once again. This reminds me of like the phoenix being born out of their own ashes. So that is essentially what I see for you. But at this point of time, of course, if you are hoping that my deadlines will be met, this is when life is meant to be. Life is going to surprise you. But that surprise is going to be a beautiful, beautiful surprise. Yeah? So be prepared for it. The sun is out and shining for you. Especially with the new year is what's coming. And starting from the 23rd, it is just the beginning. Like, the initiation process, it's just getting started. I just have a very, very positive feeling about all of this, It's like, multiple times while doing the reading, I actually had like chills, but it's just brilliant. Just make sure you take off the mask. Ask your soul, what does your soul really want? Because remember, it is your soul's journey in the end. Make sure it's a beautiful, beautiful and glorious one. I'll leave you here with nothing but my best blessings for a beautiful, beautiful future for you. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've picked pile 3, these are the messages from your guides for the equinox. Now, for you pile 3, as you move forward, you are, of course, first of all, let me tell you, you are a starseed and your origin is that of Mintakan. So you really, really have a craving for really finding out what is this life all about. Do I even belong? Am I ever going to belong? And as you move forward, you will come to a realization that you belong. and you belong to very, very specific people. And as the time progresses from the equinox onwards, you will actually find these people coming into your life at a much more rapid pace than usual. Yeah, but the longing for home that you have is actually just the beginning for you. See, what happens is sometimes when we find ourselves lost, it is only when a person is lost that the person is able to find themselves once again. Right? If you're not lost, you're never going to find yourself, right? What's there to find in that case? But, welcome that feeling, because in that feeling is where the answers lie for you, is what your guides are trying to tell you. And honestly, there is a lot that is going to get started in your life. Like, almost be prepared for an adventure of a lifetime, is what I'm going to tell you by 3. And that's saying a lot when it comes to you guys, okay? So it is almost like you are now entering a period that will take you very, very closely to your life purpose in a way. It's going to take you to a place, it's going to take you to people where you just belong. Right? So if you feel like changes are coming into your life, say yes to them. Because saying no to change at this point of time is almost like, putting a halt on your own progress. It's time to move. It's time to really wear your shoes and be ready for that adventure of a lifetime. And honestly, at this point of time, your guides are telling you, just relax a bit. Your guides are telling you, have fun with the process and don't really be afraid of change, because honestly, this change in particular is nothing to be afraid of. You've almost been preparing for this your whole life. And also at this point of time, your guides are telling you, make sure to pay more attention to the beautiful moments in life. Usually what happens when we look back at our past, we think about things that have not been so pleasant. If you look back, we realize, oh, this one did this. But now as you look back, your guides are telling you, make sure that you look back at moments of joy. Because as you sort of, reprogram your past, you will realize that your present becomes better. And as your present becomes better, automatically your vibration towards your future is going to change. Right? This is almost like, a completion and a new beginning of a lot of things. So this equinox definitely is very, very promising for you by 3. And okay, you have a lot of angel blessings when it comes to your life. And I sense a very powerful presence of Archangel Metatron, especially for you. So, Metatron is definitely more active in your life than usual. So whenever you want help, make sure you call upon him for help. And he's always going to be available for you. And you're never alone. As all of these changes happen for you, you'll in fact always know that you have support. Of course, support when it comes to your spiritual team, but also support when it comes to your life. Maybe a friend is going to be there to support you. This could actually be a total stranger who comes in your life and just supports you through the entire process. But you're never going to be left alone. Sometimes I personally believe when God is not able to be there for us, he sends people who almost act like, his agents or his angels and make our life so much easier. That's what's going to happen for you. Also at this point of time, you are being told that you need to trust in the higher forces. Trust that whatever changes are happening for your highest good. But also you, pile 3, you are being told to go back to your roots. This could almost be like rediscovering your ancestry, your DNA. Look how far things go for you, right? Because having a knowledge of your ancestry, especially having knowledge about the things your ancestors did, like ritual wise, that will help you a lot as you move forward. Okay, so it's time to go back to the roots is what the message is essentially. And also at this point of time, if you can, make music a part of your life. This could be any instrument, okay? And you don't really have to play it. If you can play it, nothing like it. But if you cannot play anything, listening to it will also help you. But music will sort of help you harmonize your energies. The energies of change is also coming. And of course, music always helps us feel more joyful. So that's important. Right? Also, at this point of time, you have the energy of a particular ancestor that is coming forth for you. And this ancestor is actually going to help you through this process of change is what is coming. So the balancing of energies that needs to happen is going to happen with the help of an ancestor. Also for you, the energy of Saturn is also showing up in your reading, okay? So make sure in everything you do, you are acting in a way that is right. Make sure you act with fairness with people. Don't do anything towards anybody that you would not want to happen for your own self. Yeah, because that's something you need to be very careful with. And along with that, you need to be careful about arrogance, you have to be careful about ego, and you have to be careful about anger. See, normally what happens is, even if these things are not a part of your personality, sometimes they come out. And sometimes they come out in a way that is like not so great, So make sure before saying anything, you are very careful. Because this may not be you, this can just be the planets playing out their own way. And that is going to happen a lot when it comes to the equinox time. Okay. Now, food is going to be a huge part of your life, okay? So at this point of time, you have to make sure firstly you are eating very healthy. There is no way around it for you, pile 3. So make sure you pay attention to that. And I have been warning you about this time and again. Do not experiment with your diet too much. Make sure you eat healthy, naturally grown food that will really help you. Yeah, and it may so happen because you are able to get your own health on track, you may then be able to help other people who sort of go through that process as well. But nutrition via cooking, that cooking is going to have a huge part of your life. I don't know, you may actually develop an interest in cooking. That's also possible. Healthy cooking, nutritious cooking, very much on the cards for you. Also at this point of time, make sure you are tracking your sleep, okay? And especially if you can sort of wear like the sleep tracker kind of devices, that will be really helpful. Because as you move forward, it is very important for you to sleep soundly so that you can function properly for the rest of your day. That's very important. And also along with that, you need to ensure that you keep your mind open towards things. Yeah, if somebody is trying to tell you something, listen to it, right? Because that is very important for you, because you may learn a great deal as you move forward is also coming through for you. Yeah. And also at this point of time, I believe your imagination is actually going to be a lot more active than usual. Once again, please make sure you clarify things and make sure it's not just your imagination. Very important. Your relationships are an area that need to be taken care of, yeah? So be careful there. Okay, financially things are looking really good. And as you move forward, they're just going to keep getting better. You have a lot of blessings in your life. That is what I see here. And it's almost like you've earned it, It's like you've done a lot of work and you keep doing it, in fact. So this is something you deserve. And of course, if there's a house that somebody is looking for, and that is exactly the card that we started with, that may actually work out really well for you. You may get an upgrade, in fact, from the one that you previously had. Because that is clearly a part of, the things that are meant to come for you. So even if you're not planning for a house, that may just be on the horizon for you. Make sure you are paying attention to your breathing. That is a message, pile 3, I believe I gave you in one of my recent readings too. Deep breathing, very important. Very important. And especially if you live in a city, make sure you spend time breathing, especially the early morning air, the fresh air before the traffic begins, the cars begin. Because getting that fresh air, if you can go for a morning walk, that'll be really excellent. Allow yourself to breathe freely. It's like this lady, open your arms and allow yourself to breathe freely. You need to feel that. You need to feel the energy of the universe. You need to feel the energy of the fresh breath entering your body. Very, very important for you. And especially for somebody who's had some kind of a breathing issue, it'll get better. It'll get healed, is what I'm getting here. But breathe and eat healthy, please. Your eating needs to be monitored. Pile 3. And you have Archangel Raphael showing up for you. So if you had Metatron previously, you have Archangel Raphael. So you guys are very protected during the whole change. But especially for you, more than having your guides around, you have angel blessings showing up in your life. So once again, this is more so physical healing that I see for you. Like probably your strength will start returning as you pay more attention to your diet, is also possible. And breathing, of course, very, very important. Yeah. You need to make sure you give your health a great deal of priority as you move forward. Yeah, that's very important. Because as you move forward, I believe from November end onwards, your life is going to be very busy. And this may actually go on till like July of next year, like June, July of next year. So that period is going to be a very, very action-packed period for you. So in order to do that, make sure you have your strength right. And of course, you get your strength by eating. I don't really see this as any kind of emotional healing that you may need more, but more so on the physical side. But you have Archangel Raphael showing up for you, so absolutely nothing to worry. So that is what I'm going to leave you with. And as I end this video, I'm going to leave you with nothing but my best wishes for a beautiful, beautiful life for you and your family. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.